Hey everyone, it's Donovan and Abram with Adventures in Comics and Games.
Welcome.
We are doing a Kaldheim Collector's Booster Box opening. This is going to be video 1 of 2. We just want to remind everyone that Kaldheim releases tomorrow on February 5th, 2021. We do still have boxes available for pre-order. We have draft booster boxes, set booster boxes, collector booster boxes, and yeah.
Commander decks.
And we have commander decks available for pre-order. Prices vary. If you want more information, message us or give us our call, or Facebook, anything like that. We'll have all the links in below to contact us. All right.
Welcome. This is going to be fun.
All right, let's get started. It's like Christmas morning.
Oh, it always is. I love it.
Let's see here.
It's always fun opening these with you, Donovan. Always have such good insights as to what's going on. And,
yeah, I've been able to play a lot of Kaldheim Standard on Arena. So,
what's your favorite archetype so far?
Right now, I really like the blue-red tempo deck with Goldspan Dragon.
Why do you like that one so much?
So, it's just a blue-red tempo deck. You get to play the adventure spells, which are really good. They're very powerful, and then that new dragon is just nutty. So let's
what
go.
does that one do?
So it's a 5-drop 4/4 with flying haste. When it attacks or becomes targeted by a spell, you make a treasure, and treasures that you control have tap, add 2 mana of any color. So it doubles up your treasure. All right,
and haste, right?
Yeah,
wow,
and haste.
Flying haste. Yeah, okay, that'll work.
Let's get into the first one. So for the first few packs, we're going to go through the commons pretty slow, just to kind of give you guys a look, and then after that, we'll just go through them and get to the good juicy stuff. So let's see here. Starting off with Roots of Wisdom, Grizzled Outrider, Battlefield Raptor, King Herald's Revenge,
Nice.
Ravenous Lindworm. This is Moria of the Frost. This is one of the new legendary uncommons from the set. So in this set, they did a lot of uncommon legendaries that have pretty interesting effects for uncommons. They almost feel like they're rare power level, but they're not quite there, but they're still very good.
Also, we are interested if you get any of these that have significant color changes from normal or any serious factory misprints. A lot of people don't know. I've collected those for years, and I'd love to see what you get, and if it's available for trade, let us know. Might pick it up from you.
So I believe every pack comes with a foil snow covered.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And we are into our first rare. So this is Hero of Bertrand. This is one of the cards that are exclusive to the Commander decks. We have an extended Our Blessing of Frost.
So the collector's boosters come with things that you can't get in the regular boosters or the set boosters,
yeah,
right?
So the set boosters actually do have exclusives that you can get in the collectors also, but you can't get in the draft, which is a little confusing. And then in the collector's boosters, you can pull the exclusive cards that are new to the Commander decks.
Nice. About foil versions, right? Where you,
I believe the only foil versions that you can pull are extended border foils of the Commanders. That's what they did with.
Cool.
Yeah, they did that with Zendikar, and they did that with. Yeah, just Zendikar. They did that with, and then every pack has a saga. So this one is the Bears of Littjara. Ooh, this is one of my favorite cards, Finn the Fang Bear. So this is one of the uncommon legendaries that I was talking about. It is a 2-drop in green 1/3. It has Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. So there's a lot of different cards in Standard right now.
I did a sealed on Arena. I got 2 of those.
Oh yeah, this card's insane. I really want to make this as a commander. Oh, and this is the.
I have a feeling that's going to be a new infectious EDH deck type.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because this combined with like Ore and Frostfang, all attacking creatures that you control have Death Touch, and then Bow of Nylea, which has a similar effect. So it's just, it doesn't matter if your creature has Death Touch or not. You're attacking with them all. Those effects are giving it Death Touch. So mono green infect essentially for EDH. This is one of the borderless cards. So there are cards in the set that are just regular cards in the set, and they come in a different borderless version. It's not just Planeswalkers this time. So this is Starnheim Unleashed, which is one of the mythics. You create a 4/4 white Angel Warrior creature token with flying and vigilance. If the spell was foretold, create X of those tokens instead. And its foretell is XX white. And foretell is actually a lot more powerful than I anticipated it being. But let's go to the next one. This is one of the foil showcases Frisia, Judge of Valor. I probably said that wrong. And our first extended foil, Faceless Haven, which is one of the cards you play in the blue-red tempo deck. It's just a man land for snow, and it has vigilance though when it turns into a creature. And then Demon Berserker token. So let me put this off to the side real quick.
Yeah, no, thanks for the detailed explanation. Yeah.
Right. And moving on to the next pack. And like I said, we're going to speed up the more that we get into these packs because there's a lot to go through. This card is very good in blue. This is one of the new snow duels. So they are snow lands that count as two different land types. They come into play tapped, which is the drawback, but they're at common. And these are actually a lot better than I anticipated them being.
They're searchable too, aren't they?
Yeah, that you can fetch them.
Yeah.
So I've been
amazing.
they're really good. Let's see here.
So beautiful.
Nico Defies Destiny.
I love the sagas because for years auras weren't getting really regular play unless they were so OP. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But now they're coming out. They get immediate play. They get, the longer they're out, you get more out of them. They're just designing everything better.
So first rare in the pack is Battle of Frost and Fire. It's in one of the new sagas. First chapter is Battle of Frost and Fire. Deals 4 damage to each non-giant creature and each planeswalker. Second is Scry 3. And third chapter is whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater this turn, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. So pretty cool. We have an extended border Icebreaker Kraken. We have the new Boast Vampiric Tutor, which is Vargoth Bloodsky Sire. So Boast is one of the new mechanics. When you attack, you can activate a Boast ability that turn, only if it's attacked once that turn. So extra combat steps won't work with it. And this is a Vampiric Tutor.
So this set really sounds like it's supporting a lot of new archetypes, it's supporting old archetypes. There's a lot of neat things going on. There may not be a lot of super obvious, powerful one-ofs, but I have always enjoyed when more things come together to make just more fun.
Yeah. Going on.
Oh,
Here's
wow.
another one of the borderless cards. This is Battle Mammoth. It's one of the
cool.
mythics from the set. It has Foretell. It's usually a 5-drop, but you can Foretell for 4. And it has Trample. Whenever a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability, and opponent controls, you may draw a card.
Oh, that's going to happen a lot.
And one of our foil showcases, Vega the Watcher.
That's
one of the
cool.
uncommons that's pretty good. This card, Righteous Valkyrie. This card is very good in Historic on Arena in the Angel Solstices deck. So, pretty exciting to see that card. And then Angel Warrior token.
Very
So,
nice.
Then,
There's sleeves there if we need any of them, and if you want, I can take the tray and
yeah,
and
let me
that
switch
part.
over the tray to you. Sorry about that, guys. We're just rearranging things. So that way we can get everything out of the way. So I'm just going to push those right there for Avon to
With
be
the
able
next
to...
one. Thank you, Dominic. Always good teamwork. Appreciate it.
Alright, so let's go through on Fearless Pup, Raiders Crave, Squash, which is a very good removal spell, Vault Robber, Arctic Tree Line, which is the... Every set there's... this is actually the duel. Avalanche Caller. So in this set there are 10 different lands, I believe. They're all like this, where they come into play tapped. They tap for color, but then they have an activated ability that sacrifices them. And they're very good. They are surprisingly really good. And they're all uncommon, which is pretty exciting. We got our Snow Covered. First rare, Sage of Beyond. This is one of the Commander deck cards. We have Calamity Bearer, Extended Arts. It's one of the new Giants. People are playing Giants on Arena. I've run into it quite a bit, and it's not bad. It's pretty good. We have Cosmos Charger as a foil rare. It's another Foretell card. First showcase, Herald, King of Skemfar. This is the new elf legendary. That's the Golgari, and a pretty good card. It has Menace. When it enters the battlefield, you look at the top 5 cards from your library. You can reveal an elf, a warrior, or Tyvar card from it, so you can get rid of the Tyvar Planeswalker, and then you add to your hand, rest go to the bottom in a random order. Ooh, And we got the Borderless Hingegate Pathway, which is the blue-white flip land. Really cool. First foil showcase is Agir, the Frozen Flame, or Freezing Flame. Oh, nice. And then right after, I know someone that's going to want this. This is the black-green Borderless foil flip land. This is Dark War Pathway. Oh, how pretty that is.
Wow, look at that. So what's wow.
This is the Borderless foil.
Wow, you get a
Black
sleeve,
green.
you want to grab those
Yes.
sleeves over there, and here's a top loader for you.
There you go. And I'll let you move these ones out of the way.
Yeah, that's right there.
And
So
move on to the next
those.
bag. And like I said, guys, we're just going to go through the commons a little bit faster with every pack. And then any standout ones I'll talk about. Alright, so actually, this is one of them. The equipment that are in this set, almost all of them have some type of enter the battlefield effect where you can pay extra mana, and you create a token, and you attach the artifact equipment to that token. This is the one for elves, and it gives +1/+2 in reach, and you get that effect for a green and 2, which is pretty good. This is one of the new abilities, new mechanics. It's an enchantment called a rune, and they can enchant an artifact equipment or a creature. And then if it enchants an equipment, it just gains that effect. So this one does Death Touch. Snow-covered Forest. This is the new commander for the Elf Precon commander deck. This is Lathril, Blade of the Elves. She is black-green 2, has Menace, and whenever she deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. The other ability is tap, and then tap 10 untapped elves you control. Each opponent loses 10 life, and you gain 10 life. So this is actually the commander for the Elf Precon. Ooh, and we got the extended art World Tree, which is pretty cool. There's people that are playing this in Standard, where they ramp to the 10 mana, and then they play all the gods that are in Standard right now in a Yorian deck. So they cheat in 17 gods from their deck.
Super Friends on crack?
Yeah, it's like Super Friends on crack. Speaking of gods, this is Halvar, God of Battle. A pretty good card, and it flips into an artifact equipment.
Nice.
And a nice, sweet foil version.
I love the flavor and the function
Yeah.
of the flip cards like that.
I'm a real big fan of the showcase frame in this set.
They look really neat.
And we got Maja, Burkguard Protector.
I'm looking forward to seeing misprints of those because they look even more stunning, like
Oh,
missing
yeah.
a layer of color or have extra color.
Yeah, that's a thing that we were really getting into lately. Is Avron's been collecting misprints and miscuts and stuff like that, printer errors, since the beginning, and he's really getting into sharing that with people on the internet, on Facebook.
Going to be doing
groups.
some more videos with misprints in specific.
Then we got Saruf Realm Eater, which is really good. This card is essentially like a Pernicious Deed. I haven't gotten to play with this card yet. I've brewed a little bit around it with EDH. I don't know quite where it fits yet, but there's definitely a home for it. And I think it's in an aristocrat, like a black-green aristocrat type deck. Then we have foil showcase, Cold the Forge Master. Extended our foil, Cyclone Summoner.
And what do you think of the way that they distribute the rares, mythics, and things in this particular release?
I like that there's basically a certain amount, like 2 to 3 showcase in every pack.
As opposed to like a normal box?
Yeah,
is
as
how
opposed
many?
to, like, from the boxes that I opened, I pulled like maybe 4 or 5 showcases, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe like the ratio with only opening 2 boxes or draft. And then again, we're just gonna go through these real fast. Oh, there's another one of those uncommon lands. Crush the Weak is also very good. Snow-covered Mountain. And then we have our first rare, Cleaving Reaper. It's one of the new Angel Berserkers from the set. I believe this is actually one of the cards that are from the set booster that you only pull from collectors and set boosters. And then we got our first extended art, which is Dream Devourer. And this card is really interesting, actually. I'm going to talk about this a little bit. So it is a black 2-drop 0/3 Demon Cleric. Each non-land card in your hand without Foretell has Foretell. Its Foretell cost is equal to its mana cost, reduced by 2. Whenever you Foretell a card, Dream Devourer gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So that means that it can turn cards in your hand into Foretell cards that you can cast later for a reduced mana cost. So say that, like, you Foretell Wrath of God or Damnation, right? It just costs double white or double black, whatever which one you do, because it's reducing it by 2 generic, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, whenever you're reducing that many costs, it throws the curve out the window and you just accelerate so much faster than your opponent. Just bury him in card advantage.
Yeah. Then we had Tundra Fumarole. It's a rare foil.
Oh wow,
Moria
that's beautiful.
of the Frost. And this is one of the showcase ones. This is from the we got earlier. Real cool looking.
Yeah. So beautiful.
And then we have another borderless modal flipland. This is the light step pathway. This is the red-black one.
And I'm noticing that the one side is a little bit more subdued on the colors,
Yes.
and the other side is extremely vibrant.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's on purpose. You want to flip that over and just look how much it's absolutely beautiful.
We have Maja Birdguard Protector. I'm probably butchering some of these names. I have
That's
a
part
card
of
that
the
I
fun.
need.
It's part of the fun.
This is Toski, Bearer of Secrets. And this is a showcase foil rare. It can't be countered. It is a legendary scroll, so for all you scroll lovers, it is indestructible. It has to attack every turn or every combat if able. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. So that for each creature that does it, essentially. I've been playing this card in the Naya Adventure deck for Standard on Arena, and it does a lot of work. And then we have the foil shard token that goes with Nico.
Very nice.
And we're just going to go through these real fast. Alright, first rare is Battle of Vertigard. This card's kind of cool. It basically doubles up your tokens as the third chapter. It creates a copy of each token you control. Extended Art Glorious Protector. Mystical Reflection foil rare. Vela Ice Shaper, which is one of the new uncommon legendaries in the showcase. We have our first showcase god. This is Arun, God of the Cosmos. And it flips into Haka Whispering Raven. This card I'm going to talk about a little bit. So, Arun gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand, and each foretold card you own in exile. At the beginning of your end step, choose a card type, then reveal the top 2 cards of your library. Put all cards of the chosen type into your hand, and then the rest, they go to the bottom of your library in any order. There is a errata to this card. I can't remember exactly what. It doesn't make too much of a deal. It's just a grammar thing. And then the other side is Haka, so you can play it as either or because it's a modal flip card. It's a 2-drop legendary creature bird. Flying, whenever Haka Whispering Raven deals combat damage to a player, return it to its owner's hand, then scry 2.
Excellent. Thank you.
And then we got another foil showcase legendary uncommon, and we have a foil showcase god. This is Kolvori, God of Kinship, and this card is really pretty.
Oh wow, look at that side. Oh man. Get a close up of that baby. Ooh, shiny. I have to say that at least once each video.
Yeah. And I'll let Abram take care of those.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna move this here.
Alright, just going through these so fast. Another snow duel, Rune. This card is actually probably one of the best sagas in the set. It is uncommon, it's not rare. It is Binding the Old Gods. Black, green, 2. First chapter, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent control. Second chapter, search your library for a force card. ETB, pin on the battlefield tapped. Third chapter, creature you control gain death touch till end of turn. I think it's very powerful. I ran into this a lot. First rare, Tales of the Ancestors. This is one of the exclusive cards for the commander decks. We have Replication of Lit Yajara, which is it's a tribal card essentially. This is another one of the gods, Cosima, God of the Voyage. This is actually one of my favorite cards in the set. I have not seen too many people playing with it. I think this card is underrated. It is blue and 2 for God. It has a ton of text on both sides. So just to give you like a short version without reading the actual effect. Basically, at the beginning of your upkeep, you can remove it from play if it's not removed from play already. Whenever you play a land, you can put a counter on it if it's removed from play. When you play a land, if it's removed from play, then you can play it from exile. It comes into play from exile with X +1/+1 counters, where X is the number of counters that you put onto it, and then you draw X cards. So it's kind of I think it's really good for blue draw. And the other side is a vehicle, and it's whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles that many cards from the top of their library. You may play lands from among those cards for as long as they remain in exile. So even if this card leaves, you can still play it. Another showcase.
It's another way to ramp.
Yep. Oh, this is the showcase version of that god. So this is Cosima, God of the Voyage. Notice the little turtle-looking guy right there, and boat. And then that's the backside. And then we have Inga Ruin Eyes showcase, and a foil extended mythic. This is Burning Rune Demon. It is a very similar card to Rune Scarred Demon. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. And Troll Warrior.
Excellent. Some neat packs. The collector's boosters always get absorbed first out of the marketplace, so any of the special things that really mostly come out of the collector boosters are the ones that are going to be worth the most long term. The extended art, the specials from the commander decks. So the valuation is still pretty good on these.
This is another card that I really like. Is Frostbite. I think it's one of the better commons in the set. It's like a shock, except it can do 3 damage if you control 3 snow permanents.
Which is pretty easy because those are land or snow
those
permanents. You can see a modern Scred Red coming back.
Blood Sky Massacre is our saga for the pack. Standard Art Rally the Ranks. It's just just the new Honor the Pure, essentially. Reflection of the Jara, got another one of those. Another Freya. This is Magda, Brazen Outlaw. This is the new Dwarf Legendary. Dwarves you control get +1/+0. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, you create a treasure token. That's for a 2 mana creature. You can sacrifice 5 treasures though. You search your library for an artifact or a dragon card, and you put that card on the battlefield. So you can cheat dragons and broken equipment cards or artifacts from the deck for 5 treasures, essentially. Nofri, Betrayer King. This is a very, very pretty card.
Very nice.
They did a really good job with foil showcases in this set. Also, all the cards are very, very clean and very straight. They're not curling.
That's awesome.
Haunting Voyage. This is one of the borderless cards that they decided to make mythics that they decided to make borderless. This is essentially like a foretell Patriarch's Bidding, is the simplest way to put it. And then we got Shapeshifter Token. We got a Snow Duel. Another Snow Duel. We got our Snowland. Canopy Tactician. Let's see, other elves you control get +1/+0, and it taps and adds 3 green mana to your mana pool. It's a 4-drop 3/3 elf. We have Immerstrom Predator. This card is really good for the red-black aristocrats deck that have been played for the last few formats. I ran into this card in that deck, and it's very, very powerful. Realm Walker. This is actually the buy box promo for the set. This is just the regular art for it. It is a changeling 3-drop that lets you play with the top card of your library, and you choose a creature type as it enters the battlefield. You can cast creatures of that chosen type from the top of your deck. So very powerful for tribal decks like Slivers.
I don't know why you would mention that.
It's not like I have a very sweet Sliver deck. Another god, Bergi, God of Storytelling. Let's see, whenever you cast a spell, add red. Until the end of your turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Creatures you control can boast twice during each of your turns rather than once, which is very powerful. It's a 3-drop. The reverse side is a 5-drop artifact. You discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You need to play those cards this turn. Pretty good effect, actually, for red. This is actually really good for red because of that flip side. It's either a 3-drop that lets you ramp a little bit, and if you're playing both creatures, it gives you extra value for that, or late game, it's a card that lets you go through the top of your deck. And it reminds me of Chandra, Torch of Defiance a little bit. Finn the Fangbearer foil showcase, which is sweet. Ooh, this is one of my favorite cards. This is Tegrid, God of Fright. This is people are saying it's lantern control. It's not lantern control. And they say it's lantern control because the backside is a lantern. It is a 5-drop mono black god. Menace. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from the graveyard onto play, into the battlefield under your control. So fetch lands. So even in standard, it's like, oh, Fabled Passage. If you make a discard permanent, you get it. In modern fetch lands, you get all their fetch lands.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the backside is a artifact that forces them to sacrifice or discard something unless they pay mana. Or, pay life. And you can untap itself also. This is actually one of the more expensive cards in the set.
Oh, so
yeah.
We should leave this. Let's go ahead and start, like, for the individual big ones, doing a row in the front. That way people can kind of really see, is this, just let me know whenever you want to leave one out or to grab one I've already put up, just so we can kind of really give people the feel for what came out of this box.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me play with the foils.
Snowbird Plains. Herald unites the elves, which is the black-green rare saga for the set. You mill 3 cards. You may put an elf or Tyvar card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Very powerful. Second chapter, put a +1/+1 counter on each elf you control. Third chapter, whenever an elf you control attacks this turn, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. This is a very powerful card for the black-green elf deck that people started playing for Commander with Commander Legends, because there is a black-green elf like one of the themes for that set was that. We have an extended art Draugr Necromancer. This is an interesting card. Creatures that your opponent control, when they die, they get removed from play instead with an ice counter. You can cast creatures with ice counters on them from exile with paying any mana. So there's another god, Egon, God of Death. Foil. Pretty.
Is he gonna be? Do I see some Ghostbuster altars here coming? Egon.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. When I first saw the card, I was like, "Why does this sound so familiar?" It has Death Touch at the beginning of your upkeep. Exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you can't, sacrifice Egon and draw a card. It's a 6/6 for 3. But that's the downside.
That's all?
Yeah, that's the downside. And then the flip side is a legendary artifact, Throne of Death. It's a single black. Beginning of your upkeep, you mill a card. For black and 2, you tap, exile a creature card from your graveyard and draw a card. I think that card is very interesting for the backside. Aegir, Raising Flame. There's the showcase version of Egon, God of Death.
Nice.
I'll show you the back.
Who gonna call?
Here's another. Actually, well, that's weird. So that the regular God, showcase God, regular showcase, foil showcase of the same cards,
Oh, that's cool.
and then foil extended glorious protector. So this is a foretell angel of flash. When it ETBs, you can exile any number of creatures that you control until it leaves the battlefield. So it's like a weird blink type creature. I think it'll see play in EDH in like Emule decks. So Emule, instead of having to pay 3 mana for each creature on blink, you flash this in, blink all your creatures, pay 3, blink that, then all the other creatures come in. So for 3 mana, you're just doing all your creatures instead of having to do 3 per.
Very nice.
And then Spirit Token. The thing that's really cool about this set is there are a lot of like $15 type cards. There are some very like good higher end cards like that Vorinclex. Oh my god, the Phyrexian Vorinclex is.
Hopefully we'll open up
Oh
one.
god, I hope we.
How
open
hard
up
are
one.
they to get?
I don't know for sure. I've only seen a few online.
What prices are they going for?
The foil is like $230,
That's all?
and then the non-foil Phyrexian's like 70 range.
Wow.
And then again, everyone, we are going to be doing another box opening on video here in a sec. Our first rare, Waking the Trolls, which watch out. Oh, this I think is the best card in the set.
Wow. What
this
is it?
this
Why?
is This is the Goldspan Dragon. It is a red and 3. It is a dragon with 4/4. Has flying and haste. Whenever Goldspan Dragon attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. Treasures you control have tapped, sacrifice this artifact, add 2 mana of any one color. So, this card in the blue-red tempo deck is the card that kind of brings it together because it turns your turn 5 into a turn 7. The reason I say that is because you're attacking, you're dropping a 5-drop, swinging for 4, making a token. That token then sacrifices for 2, which allows you to play Saw That Coming, which is the best named counterspell I've ever heard. Because if you foretell it, you can cast it for 1 in blue. So it attacks, they try to do a removal spell or something, they let you go to combat. Well, you have the mana up already because of it declaring an attack. Or they try to target it, you make the mana, or you make the treasure off the token from their kill spell before you enter combat, and you still have Saw It Coming. So every single time you're just like, oh, Saw It Coming.
Because you literally saw
Yeah,
it
you
coming.
literally saw it coming.
You want to put that on the pile
Yeah, this is
to
one.
leave that out there?
Yeah. The Raven's Warning. This is interesting card. I haven't seen too much of this being played. It's white, blue, and 1. First chapter is create a 1/1 bird creature token with flying. You gain 2 life. Second chapter, whenever 1 or more creatures you control with flying deal combat damage to a player this turn, look at that player's hand and then draw a card. Third chapter, you may put a card you own outside the game on the top of your library, which is an interesting effect. So this is also pushing the in the last since like Core 19, they've been really pushing the blue-white flyer deck. Like they print cards for flyer does combat damage. They've been printing cards like that in every set since like Core 19, it feels. So they've been trying to push that archetype, which is another one of those Vega. Isika's Chariot. It's a legendary artifact vehicle. Doesn't flip. More at the Frost, another one of those showcase. Graven Lore. This card is really good for the snow decks. It's blue 3, scry X, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast a spell, then draw 3 cards.
Wow.
And they got the sweet Tibble Cosmic Imposter token.
That's awesome.
We are on to the last pack of the box.
We'll get this posted first, and then we'll do another one shortly, maybe with a couple of minor tweaks.
Saw It Coming.
There we go.
I love this card. It's just got the best name. We have Wolverine Riders. This is one of the Elf Commander deck exclusive cards. We have another Burning Rune Demon, followed by another foil Burning Rune Demon. So we have the extended, followed by the foil. So that's 2 mythics in a row.
Oh, that's
In
cool.
the same pack up, the same one. Kurder Doom Scourge. Another one of these sweet Dark Boar Pathways. This is the black green one again. Really cool looking. This fella Ice Shaper. We have the foil Magda Brazen Outlaw.
I foretell there being decks with no actual land in them other than the flip.
So
You know,
there,
the alternate ones.
there is a deck like that in Modern already. It's the Coplin Charbelcher deck, and it just only plays the flip. And you're just like, all right, well, there's all my.
Yeah.
It's real funny. So there's a lot of good cards in this box. These are the coolest ones for sure.
Yeah. You can't show you
But
everything
we can't show
again.
it. Yeah, it's just there's just
many.
too many cards that we'd have to put out, and it'd just be like this entire playmat. But there, like I said, there's a lot of like really cool cards, very playable. This actually got me to play Standard again on Arena. I hadn't played since, oh geez,
It's like 6 months.
it's been like 6 months. Yeah, I played a little bit when Zendikar came out. I played like a few games, and it just wasn't really doing it for me. But this feels a lot like Throne of Eldraine to me, where there's a lot of interesting mechanics and a lot of interesting archetypes and decks and stuff like
I just
that.
really love how the
Oh yeah, the foil
this-
Snowlands are beautiful. I have to buy so
absolutely
many
beautiful.
of them.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
I actually made the Yorn, the snow god, basically, for EDH, and I need a lot of foil Snowlands.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us for this video. We'll have another one up in a little while. Enjoy this while we're getting that one ready.
And we also will have singles live later tonight at midnight for a sell on our website. That's adventureson.tcgplayerpro.com. Thank you guys so much.